Are you guys able to see?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Okay,
So we
perfect.
see we see the whole slide. If you wanna. Okay.
Is it
Now, perfect.
good?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so hi everyone. Like I introduced myself, that we are in the business of improving labor productivity in construction. Just to give you guys a background, we started off in 2017 from Dubai. We are a US based company, and we also operate in Saudi Arabia. We are more than 55 people in the team, mostly engineers and developers. And the devices that we've connected so far, we have more than 15,000 workers connected. And the data that we collect is more or less related to the hours. So we have more than 23 million logged hours. And below, what you see as icons are our major clients, mostly based in the Gulf region, but we have like some clients in the US as well. So what are we trying to solve is the major challenges that come in digitizing the construction field. So as you all are, I think almost all of you belong or know construction pretty well. So we know that the sites are extremely dynamic. It's not easy to connect sites through internet power, and also like the sites keep changing. So the availability of connectivity on site is quite low. Secondly, that workers are reluctant to wear additional equipment. So you have workers as one of the highest and least understood cost for any project, and training them, onboarding them to any kind of technology is difficult. And also like relying on them to maintain a device is also difficult. And plus, there's lack of suitable hardware for construction. So you can't really hand out a smartwatch or expect like workers to use a smartphone, especially being in the region that we are in, like in the Gulf region. Not everybody is well educated. So there are different versions of smartphones that people use. So relying on workers and smart technology is not always the best option. So what we've tried to do is come up with these challenges that I just mentioned. And what we do is we connect workers uh, uh, with these devices. So we have these IoT based devices that are integrated with the safety helmet. And this is like a major piece of the helmet, so it's not like an accessory that a worker can easily lose. And plus, we connect the site through these anchors, and these anchors, they kind of form a mesh network to provide connectivity to these helmets. And I'll show you in my next slide how this works. So um, what we do is we install anchors on the site, and it's like a plug and play solution. It's easy to connect it, easy to install and get connectivity on the site. And this is without interrupting with any work that happens on the site. And what they do is they form a localized network, and through that network we are able to connect to the workers and know the location of the workers, how long do they spend in the site, and we also know if the workers are wearing their helmets, or they've left it idle, or they're sleeping somewhere. And one of the um, major value that we have, or advantage that we have, is the battery life of these devices. So the battery life of our helmets is about a year and a half, and the battery life of our anchors is 4 years. So there's no need for the workers to charge or replace batteries. And also, once we install the network on the site, like we don't have to replace or recharge the anchors as well. So like I mentioned, easy to install, no power, no internet is needed. And this is like a real site example on the right side that you see in the slide. And these anchors basically route all the data to the gateway, and through the gateway it is routed to a cloud. So our solution is a cloud based solution. And these are the data points that we collect. So we know the time spent in the site, we also know which zone or floor the workers work in, and we also know if they're idle or they're active. So based on this, we are able to collect some valuable data, or we're able to generate some use cases. And the use cases mostly pertain to safety, efficiency, and productivity. And these safety or efficiency productivity features like lead to some value add. So we can improve compliance at a construction site, so we know if the workers are wearing their helmets or not, or if they remove it. these anchors that we install on the site, we're able to get some environmental sensor data. So that means we are able to collect some pressure, temperature, and humidity data. We're also able to have a faster safety response because we know the location of the workers. So if in case there's any kind of emergency happens, or if an evacuation is triggered, we know how many workers went into the site in the morning, and at in real time basis also we know how many people are there. So once a site is under evacuation, we'll know if somebody's still stuck there, and we can have a faster safety response to those workers who are stuck on the site. Now, coming to our main key focus, which is efficiency and productivity, we're able to automate attendance. So there's no need for workers to stand in queues to check in and check out. As soon as a worker walks into a site, we check them in, and when they leave the site with their helmet, they're checked out. So based on this, we're able to get the actual utilization of the workers, meaning we know if a worker is specified for a specific shift, we know if he actually delivered or he worked in that shift or not. Based on that, we're able to check the punctuality and calculate overtime. And in terms of productivity, so productivity is defined in various manners. So we are able to know what is the task-based utilization of workers. We have a time and quantity reporting application in which a foreman can easily report what happened in the site in terms of who were the people assigned for a specific activity, and how long did they take to do it, and what was the quantity delivered. So if we need to check the task based utilization and quantity based utilization, that is something that can be easily reported. And because we get the location data of the workers, we can do location based reporting. So a lot of our stakeholders use our reports to check, if a certain work was done in a certain week. If people were present there, they would expect that activity to happen in that location. So we've generated like multiple use cases and multiple reports based on the data we collect. So the main point is how VCAP can improve like a contractor's or a client's operation. Mostly we provide tailor-made reports. So we get requests from all our stakeholders to know what kind of reports they want. We also do a foreman proximity report, so we know if foremen are spending enough time with their team or not. We have a real-time viewer of the site, so at any given time, the site stakeholders can easily log in and check how many people are there in the site. And based on subcontractors or the kind of trade that people work in,
Mhm.
they can easily get which trade are people working in, how many people are there, because this is something that holds a lot of importance to a construction manager or a project director, knowing how many people were actually deployed by a subcontractor, or how many people are actually working in the site. We've also done in one of the projects, we've done some hoist management reports in which we've connected the hoist and checked how many people are I would not say wasting time, but how many people are actually in waiting areas or in a hoist in order to improve, the vertical transportation in the site. Um, so last 1 year, or I would say like last 18 to 20 months have been a bit slow, but at the same time, we were able to expand to one big region, which is Saudi Arabia. We've been able to have a good team with Aramco, which is one of the biggest players in construction and oil and gas, mandating wake up for all their projects. And I see more and more acceptance to adopting technology, because initially when we started off, the major issue was people were not aware of what technologies are available, and even if they were aware, people were waiting for other companies or other stakeholders to try out technology. So now I see an improvement in especially construction companies who are slow in adopting to technology. They're at least trying out new technologies, and they have understood the value of data and how it can be used. Because initially we used to show them data, and they had a so what problem, and they would ask that, if you're showing me this data, what do I do with this data? And also, like, more and more sites are going towards connected work sites, connected sites. So this is where I see the future going, and expanding. So
Mhm.
that's all from my side. I know I rushed through the presentation because I'm used to giving shorter are not 15-minute presentations.
I know, I know, but definitely, I would like to invite everyone to ask questions. You can put your questions in the chat to respond right away, or we can obviously talk about that at each booth when you join each booth and start the discussion, asking questions, getting contact information, and whatnot. So. Thank you so much. That was very interesting, especially because this is such an emerging technology, and we're all looking forward to for this to grow. And obviously, every technology needs some time to settle down in the industry. And I think a great example for that is reality capture. And I think let's check with Mark if this presentation is ready, because he's going to talk about reality capture and successes and challenges right now.